like to start the press conference off. You folks grab a seat. Everybody good? Fabulous. First question, Dylan Ferrandis. It seems like Southwick's very, very good to you. Take us through your afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, it's my key is really the last 4 or 5 years. I train I was in Europe and I trained in San for multiple GP, and that's definitely, I think, what's helped me today and on this kind of track, because the experience on the track more difficult than today. Sometime on GP like Lomer or Valkenswaard, and I think that's it's all the experience back in Europe that's helped me for these races.
My next question is for Alex Martin. Obviously, second moto. I know that you're a very clean rider, but things got a bit physical out there.
Yeah, it doesn't normally happen to me, but you know, I sat behind Faulkner. I caught him. I started 8th in the first moto and tracked him down and was running behind him, and yeah, I was just kind of like, second moto, it's gonna happen, you know. And he was riding strong second moto. He wanted that win real bad, and I got to the point with like four laps left where I was like, man, I'm going to have to like make a serious pass and try and get physical to do something, because he was still riding pretty strong. And I'd caught him from like probably 8 seconds back, and then Dylan was coming as well, so I knew we needed to get going. And I had a line picked out in the back, and for a couple laps I thought about it, and I finally pulled the trigger, and I felt like I had the front wheel kind of on him, and he came over and we locked bars, and the rest is history. So on the ground, luckily I was able to get up in 4th. I mean, I hope he's okay. I went over and apologize to him. You know, obviously we don't mean for those things to happen, but you know, when you're going for a win at the top level of the sport, sometimes you kind of give her the berries a little too much. But you know, all in all, happy to be on the podium in second.
And Shane McElrath, last week it was an overall win. This week another third. You're becoming quite a regular on the podium in the outdoors.
Yeah, actually, I broke my outdoor podium record today. I got 2 in a year, so it's a big step for me. Today, I really struggled with the bike all day. Just couldn't really get it dialed in. And so with that, I mean, being on the podium feels about like a win, just for having an off day and not feeling very good. It's good to be on the podium, and same with Alex, having 2 of the TLD KTM guys up here. It's nice, and we're the last 2 weekends, Dylan's won the last 2 motos, and I really wanted the last one. I haven't won a moto yet, but he keeps one-upping me. So next weekend for Redbud, we're excited.
I'd like to now open it up to questions from the media. Guy B from Vital MX, first question.
Alex, what did you change up between the previous couple rounds and here? Looked a little better today.
Yeah, so first 3 rounds we kind of had a shock setting that was working pretty well, but there's a couple things I didn't like about it, so we just changed some spring rates and just some little stuff. And then, you know, I was basically on the ground for the next 4 motos. So we were thinking maybe that's not the right direction. So this week we went a little stiffer, a little more hold up. And I mean, today I thought it worked good. Obviously I did crash in the second moto, but that wasn't really, you know, on my own accord. So, but yeah, that's the thing, you know, TLD's been great with trying to make us comfortable and try and get us better and faster on the bike. And so we're always trying things, and sometimes it goes the right way, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like we made a positive step in the right direction today.
Dylan, it was kind of cool to see some French fans in the first turn and had the flag out there, and it helped you with the celebration.
Yeah, for sure I see it, but I see only 1 French flag and maybe 4 French people today.
Next question. You guys are great. Dylan, I don't believe it's ever been done where 2 riders from the country of France have won on the same day. We've had plenty with Jean-Michel Bale and David Villemin and on, but I don't know if we've ever had 2 on the same day win their respective classes. If that's the case, and you're the first one, tell us how that would kind of parlay into the French folklore, if you will.
Marvin won today?
Yes.
I didn't know, so yeah, that's awesome, yeah. Yeah, I know that in Supercross, 2001, I think DV and Roncada won on 125 and 250, but yeah, in outdoor it's never happened. So yeah, that's awesome for sure. I didn't know that he won yeah, stoked, and it's good that we show that we are a good country, and it's good for the end of the year. That show that we're gonna have a nice motocross nation in the United States at Redbud, I think.
Last question then for you. Is it true that Tim Cotter picked you up hitchhiking from the airport to take you to the rental car place?
Yeah, it's true. My hotel was 1 mile from the rental car, and I don't want to take a Uber. We do some, I don't know what you call it in English, and yeah, he took us.
Hitchhiking, that's what it's called in English.
Yeah.
So you did that? All right,
Yeah.
final question for the three of you. Heading in the Redbud, what's your takes? Are you going to plan on staying on the podium, Shane?
That's what we're going for. We want to win a moto, and with that really gives us a good shot at an overall and a podium. So I like Redbud. It's one of my favorite tracks on the circuit, so I'm excited for it.
Alex?
Yeah, I've done good at Redbud the last couple of years, and that's close to Millville for me. I always used to go over there as an amateur, and we'd camp out in the backyard. My dad would help Tim Ritchie at the track, so I have some good memories from Redbud. Enjoy the track, and yeah, it's kind of seems to be the biggest race on the circuit. It has a big crowd. It's crazy, fun jumps, big jumps. You can throw some whips, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. We'll have a good week down in Florida training, and looking forward to Redbud next weekend.
Yeah, like they say, from where I came from, Redbud is just an unbelievable race, and it's just magic. And yeah, well, I hope to have a good race. Last year was not so bad there, but yeah, I hope to have a good race there because it's really important for me to show that for Team France I can be strong on that track for the Motocross of Nation.
Well, congratulations, you three. We appreciate your time. And, folks, these are the top three in the 250 class.